Hey, I want to start at my haters. I'm not gonna wait till shock awe and applause. I'm doing it right now. Shout out to Crystal Palace, last second winner, handling Liverpool. Brighton for beating down Chelsea. Brentford for embarrassing those rags. Julian Alvarez, 2 goals. A part of a 5-2 victory in the Madrid derby. And just handling, just pushing to the side, just like sunning Real Madrid. And Atleti has not been good this season. That was a really good result. I'm proud of them. And then today, Gundo and his Galatasaray homies, Turkey stand up. I made a post about their anthem song. They played it at halftime, and I heard it again when they won at the end of the match. That kind of goes. So, if you check our social medias, I'm dancing to it, laughing at the score of Liverpool versus Galatasaray. Gundo, you beautiful human being. The passes you were making, you even looked a little slimmer being back home in Turkey. You returned to your truest form. I love to see it. Just all of the successful hate watching this weekend. Okay, well, not all. Newcastle.
Dog, Newcastle pissed me the fuck off. I was so mad.
Do
better. Come on, old brethren. Do better.
See, and that's the problem. Every single time I go back to calling them my oil brothers, sisters, they, thems, they fall apart, and then they don't hold the part, and then they got to become oil siblings, and they got to get pushed to the side. They got to get demoted. And so I'm going to give you one more week, and depending on that result, you might get demoted to oil siblings. The people I kind of acknowledge when I see in public, do better.
I hate the most is when you don't want the ball. I hate it. You have permission to make a mistake. You have permission to lose. You have permission.
And that's when we get big.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
Attack everyone and send everyone.
I think we're forgetting the most important thing. We're forgetting about focusing just on ourselves.
But we can do better. We need to take the next step, and there's no better place than taking the next step here.
Show ourselves out there how much we want to win it again.
We win 4 of the last 5 Premier League, guys. 4 of the last 5 Premier League. Are we going to do it again?
Such a long time ago.
Don't ask me again about doubles, triples, quadruples, fifth-tuples, six-tuples, and seven-tuples. So,
don't do it. Hey, welcome to season 5, episode 151 of Shades of Blue.
This is culturally inappropriate.
We are the most comprehensive show about Manchester City, covering both men's and women's games, spanning both sides of the Mason-Dixon line. We making art over here. Capitalize the A. I am Crunk Chocolate. I'm doing. How you feeling?
Man, I'm doing all right. Life be lifing, but we're here.
Life be lifing, bro.
And that is literally all we can do is just show up. So I am here and I have shown up.
And I appreciate y'all so much for that.
What's up, y'all? Yo, I really wish Sharpie was here when you were doing your cold open. Because Sharpie believes that words have meaning. You can't say that Newcastle aren't our oil brothers or sisters, but say they're our oil siblings because your siblings are your brothers and sisters.
See, you're thinking too much of it. You're thinking too much.
You could have just called them your oil cousins. They could be distant cousins. They could be like
because
third,
I'm okay with
cousins.
them even being uncles or aunties. Like you just
you could have called them as associates. You call them their siblings. It's the same thing. But anyway, doesn't matter. Glad to be here, even if I am criticizing your choice of.
Do you call your brothers and sisters your siblings? Well, I guess you
yes,
might.
they are my siblings. That literally is the meaning of the word.
See, oh yeah, you are right.
I already know that this episode is going to be a banger right off top.
Sharpie would have called you out on that.
You're not here. I've said this whole brother and sister to sibling thing many a times, and he has never called me out on this. So I mean, it's fair because that is, if you want to use the words for specifically what the words mean, like lame, like what are we doing? What happened to like creative objectivity? Like I'm trying to have fun over here, and I got Mr. Avatar over here.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna push them out and you're gonna kick them out the family, kick them all the way out.
I'm not kicking them out.
We getting a divorce. There is no relationship anymore.
Okay, respect.
When you
I'm
listen to this episode, we need you to live post as you listen, just like because I have a feeling that you will have great commentary upon the content which we are about to endeavor.
Well, I mean, I know he's gonna go against me. Like he's gonna agree with Tarik because that's just how our dynamic goes. He is the yin to my yang, the yang to my yin. I appreciate him and everything that he does. My gosh. I honestly I should have deleted the old theme song, but the sentimental part of me, I was just like, I want to get rid of it. And I hit it. We got it today. That is what happened. So honestly, it is my fault. I started all of the chaos that has been to this episode, and that's good. That's what happens when you record a day later than you normally do. It's just like all of the recording energy that we had. It's just all pent up and it's ready to do its thing. Like, review, rate, 5 stars, say nice things, subscribe. Leave a comment, subscribe to our Patreon, $6 a month. I say normally you get 20 hours of content a month for us on top of the weekly episodes that we drop for free. I have an interview with 50 plus stoners, Jake, talking Bundesliga and how he fell in love with the sport. The beauty
kit.
Yes. Hey, rocking the kit. Shout out to them. Thom Bomb and I had an amazing conversation with Eric Wall about Kansas City, the culture. We talked a little bit about NWSL as the commissioner handles things. So we'll leave it at that. Alex Litz came on and talked about Monaco for our match preview. Again, I keep pushing it. If you're a fan of French accents, this was fun. It was a great time. First time on. Laughed a lot. Big fan of Chance the Rapper. Didn't really expect that. That popped into the pod episode. Arsenal women this weekend. City, our baby blue baddies play them. Shout out to Tiwa of Gold Diggers. Had her on to talk. That was a very fun conversation. The more Arsenal fans I meet that are like normal. Well, no, she was still like an Arsenal fan, but it was fun. It was banter. Some of them are just like, I want to choke you. And she was absolutely delightful.
Don't talk about my show bro Trev like that. Don't do that.
Sometimes Trev, I want to choke him. What do you mean?
I know. I said don't talk about it like that.
Like specifically when he hung out with, once again, he came on a watch along with us. Arsenal have yet to lose when we have him on a watch along. So trust me, this next match that we play them, he is not welcome on our watch along.
He said, "I am Alanis Morissette, and you are uninvited."
It's 4 matches. 4 matches I think he's been on. 3 wins and a draw for Arsenal. Like, I'm sorry, my guy. Like, 3 times is that's 4 times actually. That's scientific theory in action. Like, it is almost confirmed. I will just say
Scientific
99
theory in action is crazy.
Oh man, all these games that we have to talk about, I'm avoiding them, and it's made me crazy brained. We have Carabao Cup at Huddersfield, Premier League, Burnley. Then we have to look forward to the game against Monaco and Brentford. That's the men. Then women, we got the Subway Cup. So we have to change up the new like food availabilities names for Subway. So Thom Bomb, you got a little work to do. That's your new homework. What are we calling the Subway?
Okay.
We need a new combination of words. We got the WSL versus London City Lionesses. And this weekend against Arsenal. Before we get out of here. Woo, so much, so little time. So because of that, really we'll just go to the games. I'll say the lineup, the goals at the times, and if there's a specific narrative that I guess maybe is still sticking with you and you want to discuss, I'm here for. So Huddersfield welcomed us, the quaint area in their beautiful little stadium. Look at me just insulting them. It's 24,000. That's a very good stadium. That's a very good stadium. That's a very good stadium. I don't know.
The new New York City FC is going to hold about 25,000. So that's what we're building over here as far as like stadium size. So yeah, I mean, it's decent size for us. Now for over there, it probably feels small, but for us, it's like, oh, soccer has a home.
I know 25,000 is impressive in America, especially for football. So this match, let's go. Starting 11. Pep, shout out to him. He did give people chances. Lots of subs. Trafford, O'Reilly, Ake, Stones, Nunes, Lewis, Gonzalez, Foden, Bob, Savino, Mukasa. So many Man City products on the pitch. It's a wonderful thing to see. Naturally, since we aren't Manchester born, people can argue that it doesn't hit the same. But I loved it. I thought it was really cool. This is something that when the Munster ownership took over all that money, that was one of the things that they said was, we want to be able to one day have a majority Manchester born team or Manchester area team, so we can kind of highlight it'll help us save money, yada yada yada. This is the words into action, and I thought that was very dope. What from the starting 11 stuck out to you, my show bros? Tarik, we'll start with you.
I mean, I think you called it out. The academy kids or academy players that have come through the academy. What I was hoping to see is just a really rotated squad, because we're playing a lot of games in a short amount of time, and we saw that. Yeah, I mean, Gonzalez coming back in, giving Roger a rest, that was big. But yeah, it was pretty much what I expected. I mean, I didn't know where Divine Mikasa was going to end up playing, but expected those guys to get in, and yeah, it's pretty much what I would have hoped for. What about you, Thom?
I think that this was the first time that I saw Rico Lewis's name on the team sheet and did not become irrationally angry.
There you go. There you go.
It's like progress, right? It was like, because we all you knew that we had 2 true outside backs, and that Rico Lewis was not going to be playing outside back, and that was exciting for me.
sorry. It was interesting to me when I saw like the way Thom Bomb and other places had it lined up, when they had Rico as the holding midfielder, the 6, in a 4-1-4-1 setup. It's like, it feels like to me that would have been Nico Gonzalez. I feel like when watching the match, there were a lot of times that Nico was the furthest or the closest to the back line. He was kind of playing that 6. So I don't know what drove that decision to line them up and put Rico Lewis as the 6 or as the holder. I just would have never imagined them setting up that way. So I don't know why Thom Bomb and others would have done that, but they did. But all's well that ends well, I suppose. and again, see what Phil Foden was going to do.
Thom Bomb is for non-league game matches is not the best, and
they do not care.
In women's football, they don't give a single solitary F, because they said that Wendy Renard was playing left wing for OL Lionesses against PSG this weekend, and we all know that is not her ministry.
Okay. The goals. Well, we're talking about the Man City. I also want to give shout out to the Heskey brothers, Jaden and Ryan. Could you imagine not only being kids being able to represent your area, playing with your brother? Like, that is like levels of just like a memory, like a locked in memory that you can share with a sibling. Like it's really dope. I love that Pep was able to do this. I love that this was able to happen with a win. It wasn't one of those, okay, we're losing, so put the kids on. It was, hey, we're in a winning situation. We feel comfortable. Kids, go out there, have fun. Don't do any crazy. But even if you do, there's like 10 minutes left in this match. You're all right.
You know what I forgot to call out? And I'm surprised I forgot this. You guys are old enough to remember that song, Return of the Mack.
Yeah.
We had a Calvin Phillips appearance.
Calvin
Phillips made his way back.
That shocker, just absolute shocker. It's like, oh, he's still in the league.
You call Calvin Phillips a Mack? Okay, let's go.
No, I'm just saying the song, just the song,
Come on.
I wish I had the audio.
Oh man, I would have
played
like,
it right
I'm
now.
Definitely that is the first song that every patient is going to hear when they walk in the door tomorrow morning. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, so he should have had his theme song. So yeah, Calvin Phillips made an appearance in the 83rd minute. So
and the crowd was like chanting for him and everything. Because
he's a good guy. He may not be a good fit for Man City. He's a good guy, and I think people appreciate that, respect that. Don't want him to stay, but want him to go and find happiness and joy someplace else. I mean, you're laughing, but let's be honest. We don't want him to stay. We don't want him to stay. But we don't have any ill will towards him. He's been a good dude.
You just kept it moving.
He's just a really good guy.
If we're taking it back to old 90s R&B songs, he is the epitome of 702. I don't really want to stay. I don't really want to go. What I really need to know is, can we get it together? That's Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, I love it. But I'm happy that, and you're not wrong, because if he plays again and struggles, it's going to very much turn on him, because Jack Grealish, amazing human being. But his time at City, don't even say, I'm glad Sharpie's not here, because the fact that I said Jack Grealish, he'd be like swearing right now. So, oh man. But yes, we have 3 months to go. Hopefully someone saves Calvin Phillips from us. And it looks like Inter, while we're just talking about people leaving, Inter are absolutely loving what Kanji's doing, how he's been killing it. And they want him. I think it's like 15 million. That's easy money. Basically give City 95% of the money that they spent on him to bring him 3 seasons ago. Brilliant bit of business. The goals. Phil Foden. Gonna get this episode shut down. But I guess you didn't know.
I should have queued up the chorus, but whatever.
Bro, is he Dave Matthews before Dave Matthews? Like, I just thought about this because I'm like singing it. It's just like, that sounds like some Dave Matthews bullshit. I love it.
Oh, good grief.
I love it.
Sorry, I cut you off. You were going to say something about Phil Foden.
His amazing goal, 1-2, Mukasa was the assister with the assist. While I'm having fun with words today, that's just what I'm doing, I guess. 1-2 with Mukasa. That patented Foden, left foot, across goal. Keeper can't reach to it. That's good to see. Every week, it feels like we're getting closer and closer to the Phil Walter Foden. Well, he's Philip now that he has like the curls. He's embracing his true hair. And so he's Philip Walter Foden now. It's not Phil Walter Foden, but he's still the man we recognized as the best player in the league a couple seasons ago. I'm looking forward to it. The second goal, banger. Savino, like launching that stuff near post. Keeper couldn't get to it. He was having an okay match before that goal. He was doing decent, but
I would say it was just okay. It was borderline.
Yes. 1 for 4 and successful dribbles, 2 for 7 accurate crosses. Defensively, when he came back and helped, he was basically just a training cone. With the goal, it helps.
I will say, I think the thing that impressed me the most of this match was not City. It was how organized Huddersfield was.
That's
they had 35 clearances. Like yes, they parked the bus and they were trying to hit us on the counter, but never really countered. But I also, they have a black manager, so I'm gonna root for them a little bit. Like, I know a lot of other teams put up big numbers against small squads, and we did not necessarily, but goal differential is not a part of this tournament. It's just survive and advance. So we survived and we advanced. That's that.
And also, I think a lot of other clubs, they didn't do as much rotation, if we're being honest. I feel like there are a couple of games that I went to when I checked the starting lineup, and I was like, they're still playing? Oh, okay. I will be very interested. I mean, we're already seeing it with a couple of the clubs looking very sluggish in their Champions League games today. So I will see. I will be very interested to this weekend and how that kind of carries on and through this next run of games. I guess an international break is coming up, so that will save them. Yeah, for sure. Tarik, anything from this match stick out to you that you want to talk about? Anything else? I mean, obviously we have plenty of others to talk about, so I don't want to.
No, I don't have anything. The biggest thing was wanted to go there, wanted to get a win. We did that. on the back of winning the draw in the 2 previous matches prior to that. So trying to just keep that unbeaten streak alive. And like Tom said, really in this tournament, it's really truly win and advance. So that's all that really mattered. So nope, I'm good.
Yeah, and you're talking about unbeaten streak. That is 5 in a row, 4 wins in the draw to Arsenal. Very late and unfortunate draw, but 5 unbeaten in all competitions, multiple competitions. That's great. Speaking of unbeaten, we'll continue it to the game against Burnley. Wallop them. I will get this is another conversation that we can eventually have without Sharpie, because we know how he is pro Nunes. Hold on. Never mind. I'll keep it moving. Anyway, starting 11. Donnarumma, O'Reilly, Vardiol, Diaz, Nunes, Gonzalez, Foden, Reinders, Doku, Savinho, and Holland.
Wait, you left out a key contributor to City's squad for that match, and that
Mr. Own Goal himself,
Maxime Esteve.
Oh, okay.
Two of them. A 1.8 rating on
1.8.
1.8 is wild.
Also, both of those goals that were scored really should have been awarded to Phil Foden and Oscar Bob, respectively, because they were just so cool. I don't care that Maxime was the last person to hit him. That should just not count. We should count it as a hockey goal, and the last person that it touched for that team gets to claim the goal.
It was more brilliance over incompetence. I'm with you.
Correct.
Yeah, we should be lifting football genius, not highlighting ineptitude.
Bars.
It's kind of like saying tie goes to the runner. If it's close, it goes to the offensive player. Get that man his goal. Take it off the defender. Don't make him feel bad. But I mean, real talk, he got penalized because they always say as a defender, if you're running towards your goal, there's always that risk. If you're back and you're coming out, that's one thing. But if you're running towards your goal, they whip that ball, and there's always the potential that that's going to happen. It just so happened to him twice in one match. So really, really sucks for him. But I give us credit as opposed to giving him blame. But hey, I'm a City fan. Of course I would.
Yeah. Wout Faze, remember he too had 2 own goals in a match. That wasn't too long ago. That was 2022, I believe. And here it is again. I think the last time before that was 2003, and then 1999. Well, it does happen in little spurts, close to each other, 2 years apart. And then we'll skip a couple decades, and then it'll happen again.
2 years apart, skip a generation, then it happens 3 years apart. Great.
Okay, so who will be the next generations? Wout Faze and Maximum Esteve. Looking forward to that when history eventually repeats itself.
Who had just as bad a day, but it didn't look that way on the scoreboard?
Erling Haaland?
No.
Oh.
No.
Talk about it.
Haaland scored 2 goals, so he had a great night.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
but I'm going to tell you, Sir Kyle Walker.
Talk about it.
He did not have a good day. he was struggling. He was on skates all game because Doku was taking it to that dude. It felt like Doku was like, remember when you used to say stuff to me at practice and training, and because you was the captain, and I couldn't say nothing back. He was taking out some pent up frustration on that man. I was like, oh, good God, he is killing him. I mean, because we've seen Kyle Walker be the defensive stalwart. We've seen him with the incredible recovery pace. We've seen this dude be all world best right back in the Premier League. And then we saw Doku put him on skates. Now we know he's not the same player he used to be, but my God, Doku was killing that dude. So, he got higher than a 1.8, but he had a rough day.
Listen, that man goes to work so he can feed his multiple families. And that's the truth. And like, that doesn't mean that he's good at his job, but he go to work so he can feed all them kids.
Why'd you have to say multiple families? You could have said families, and that would have implied it. The multiple was excessive.
Yeah.
So now you want to play English teacher, English professor, since I got on you from earlier. Since I got on you earlier.
Here's the deal. I wouldn't have to say multiple families if he didn't have all that legal drama with his mistress, we'll say, and then figure all that out, and then have another baby with the mistress. So that's on him. Sometimes you just gotta put that shit in highlights and like, hey, you highlighter, yellow fine.
Hey. And she needs the money. Have you ever thought, like, people know that she is Kyle Walker's mistress. Like, she has to be in Louis Vuitton. She has to have that Chanel bag, or she's gonna look stupid.
Listen,
bag runners support him.
I mean, listen, she be taking advice from Brittany Renner. So what can we, it is what it is.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Correct.
Dunes, he has his goal. Holland kind of saved by a couple of goals at the end. But hey, what a 4-minute brace. That's pretty solid. That
Savio, knowing that this match in Monaco is happening,
yes,
this tomorrow as we record on Tuesday, was anyone surprised that Pep left him in for the full 90 plus?
Wait, who?
Holland.
Oh, Holland or Doku? A little, but also I feel like Holland, low key part of me is just like, this is all bonus stuff. This is all bonuses. Like like there's no reason to take him out. That's why we don't have a backup. That's why we don't have a Drew backup. I feel like it's like bonuses, goal bonuses, 90-minute bonuses. Like, he's a good player. He can play 90. But what frustrates me is you see him. He's not giving it his all because he knows mentally in 3 days I'm going to be playing again. And that frustrates me, worries me, but it is what it is.
I'm not concerned about it because he just set out the midweek match against Huddersfield, right? So he didn't play in that match. Got his midweek rest. He'll play, and we're used to playing 3 matches or a match every 3 days, I guess is how I should say it. So I feel like playing Saturday and then on Wednesday, it's more than enough time in between, and it keeps him in a rhythm of playing. He's gotten goals recently. We want to continue that momentum, that goal scoring form. So no, I'm not concerned about it. And then we don't play again till Sunday. So again, there's time there for him to kind of get his rest in between matches.
Okay, I will note down a question that I will ask for the future. But okay, well, is there anything else before we move on to Monaco and then Brentford?
Not for me. I mean, all the okay, lies, lies, fairy tales, and fallacies. I think the biggest thing for me is that we had talked, like Charlie had said, when we previewed the episode, like how stout Burnley's defense had been, and the fact that like we put up 5 on them. I think, and again, I get that 2 of them will be considered own goals, but the product was there to make it be a goal and not an own goal. So putting up 5 against a team who had previously been defensively stalwart, that can jumpstart your season. And I think that like now I'm believing kind of what Charlie was saying is like we're about to go on a run and like we might not lose until November or something.
He did say that. Okay. I mean, that leads right up to our next match against Monaco. Shout out to Alex Litz having him on and talking about Monaco. Learned so much about the club, and I don't know if he first off, he wasn't the hottest on Monaco. I was trying to big him up. I was like, yeah, man, you guys just had a couple of wins before, like the Club Brugge match that you lost, your plane that you had, AC went out, your players were damn near half naked going off a plane.
That
like, why? Who made that video? It was a Snapchat video too. So it's like, who did this? Like, why record this and post it?
Wait. Why is it on? I have questions. I have questions.
Holland's Snapchat is lit. Like that's where he does most of his a lot of the stuff that people get from him, his content. It's from Snapchat. These youths, like they use Snapchat. Like
I know people that use Snapchat too, and I know what they use it for.
Tom.
I'm just saying.
I don't have Snapchat, so I don't know nothing about this. Don't tell me, because I think my kids have Snapchat, so don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Honestly, they just respectfully, I know people who use it for wild things, but for the most part, the youths, they just use it to just like, I don't. I truly only care about the people that I care about knowing me and what I'm up to. Whereas like our generation, it's like we need everybody to possibly see what we're doing. And they're just like, no, bro, everybody else is fucking weird. I want my people. And so people like Holland, who has like a few million people on his Snapchat, you know, that there's levels to it. For the most part, is you got to keep those streaks, bro. You got to keep those streaks. That's all those kids care about. It's just sending. Damn kids. I love my nieces and nephews. They're so ridiculous. Scores, predictions. Who's winning?
I don't know, but no, I do know. We're gonna win. What are we talking about?
Thank you.
What I was gonna say is, I'm assuming Paul Pogba's not back yet.
No, he's not. Actually, he might be. He might make an appearance. He wouldn't start, but he could make an appearance.
They've got a couple players on their squad that you recognize the names.
Yes.
Of course, the Ansu Fatis. I mean, for us as Americans, the Folarin Balogun, former Arsenal striker, now United States striker.
Lately, though.
I'm interested to see what is this kid? Vanderson, is that his name? Yeah, Vanderson, the Brazilian right back, because his name came up a lot in the summer when people were talking about who could we bring in as a right back.
Oh.
And quite a few people said his name. So I'd like to see what he's about. See if he can handle Doku any better than what Kyle Walker did, because that'll tell me how he as a defender. We'll also see how he does going forward, but whatever. You know what else is interesting? They've got Eric Dyer on there in their squad, and it looked like he played as a holding mid in the last match. So yeah, this is just a wonderful mix of random players. I guess if you just let EAFC just kind of run for however many seasons, let it make a bunch of trades, move people around, sell a bunch of players, you end up with the roster like this. You just end up with a bunch of random people. And so now it's like, what can they make out of it? But we will see. I think Minamino, former Arsenal player, I believe. No, not Arsenal, Liverpool, excuse me. Yeah. So they got names. We'll see how they can put it together.
Lots of injuries. That's why Eric Dyer is playing in the midfield.
Their squad is literally just an amalgamation of naming some dudes. Like, remember some dudes. Like, you remember Eric Dyer? You remember when he played the Spurs? Yeah. You remember when Minamino was up for Liverpool? Yeah.
They have Golovin.
You remember when Ansu Fati was at Barcelona? Like, I mean, that's their squad.
It's like a bunch of quote unquote rejects that are looking for a second chance.
Fifth chance, bro.
Can they put it back together? Now, I'm interested to see this other kid, this Akliush, whatever. He's supposed to be pretty good. Right winger. But we'll see. But I think we beat them, especially if we go full strength squad, which they said Rodri's back. So I'm gonna. Are you looking for predictions now, or you want to wait?
Yeah, no, we can go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna say we beat them 3. Normally, I give the other team a goal just because we haven't been great defensively. Yes. I'm gonna say we beat them 3-0.
I think that this match might be more wide open than we want it to be. I think it might be a lot of back and forth, but I still have us winning 4-2.
Yes. Shout out to Alex. He was like, the fan in me is hopeful for a 2-2 draw, but I believe Man City will win by 2. For defenders, he had Mawasa as their good defender, Minamino, Takumi as their midfielder, and then that Stanis and Idumo. That kid is doing a lot for them. Those are the 3 players that he was saying.
What was the defender's name again?
Mawasi, Christian Mawasi.
Mawasi. Okay. Yep, I see him. 20-year-old from France.
Yeah, lot of young players. And he kind of likened him to an Axel Disasi, to Baddies who went to Chelsea. Both who went to Chelsea. Kind of like they're not the biggest guys, but through their athleticism and the way that they play, it kind of makes up for it. Yeah. This should be an easy win, even going to on the road. It's Monaco. The vibes are fucking fantastic. If people are aware of how Monaco is, a team like Man City with the finances that they have, those lads are having the best time. Shout out to all of the citizens in Monaco.
No. I don't want them to have the best time. I want them to treat this as a business trip. And this is why Jack Grealish is not on this squad. Because if Jack Grealish was on this squad, I'm sorry, let me put on for my Charlie real quick. If Jack Grealish is on this squad, they'd be kicking it out in the streets. They'd be like Carson Wentz getting jumped in Dublin before his game against the Steelers. They jumped that man and robbed him And you're the starting quarterback. Why are you out the night before the match? Doing what? For who? That's crazy.
Honestly, I like this Tuesday energy. This is really nice. This is great. I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, also very fair points. All very fair points. Brentford. Look at you. Shout out to Charlie Core. He is the person who makes NYC Brentford run smoothly. Shout out to them. Came on for our match preview. Naturally had a big Brentford up for being the teams to make Manchester United look silly. They were previously before that success against Man United. They lost to Sunderland.
Down horrendous. They were down horrendous before that match.
Yes. They eventually beat Aston Villa. They lost to Sunderland. They got smacked by Fulham 3-1. The thing is, at home, they are a okay team. On the road, it's over. But at least at home, with the crowd cheering them on, this game is at the G-Tech Stadium. So that does worry me a teeny bit. This is a new look Brentford, new manager, multiple new players in the squad. They are playing better football, at least against United, but that's the problem. It's United, man. So, how good are they? I don't know. Everybody else, they've been trashed, but against United, they look fairly competent. But the team that I saw through most of the season was a team that looked like they could potentially be relegated. And after that United game, where they sit in the league right now, they don't look like a club that can get relegated. But also, you can not get relegated and still lose to Man City a lot. And I think that this game is exactly what it's going to do. They want to hit on the counter. This team is not as efficient, as effective on counters as the team last year with Wisa, with Mbuomo. They were just lethal. They knew what to do in the circumstances. They were older players who had experienced a lot. This new team, a lot of 21, 22, 23, 24-year-olds, 25-year-olds. I'm hopeful. I'm expecting I can see a 2-0.
So I think with the Burnley result, and I think with some of our other results, especially the United result, I think we are on a mission to show the rest of the league. If you're not Arsenal, if you're not Liverpool, we're about to smack you. We're about to put big numbers.
I love it. I want it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go with the Sharpie clean sheet. I got 4-1 in this match. I got 2 assists for Tijani Reinders in this match.
Does the goal for Brentford happen early in the match, or is it hey, we beat you guys down, we made the subs, now you score?
I think it will be similar to the Burnley goal. I think it wouldn't surprise me if we go to halftime 1-1.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. Because in theory, you make the subs. That's where better teams show that they're better, is by the subs being able to make the proper changes and flexing who they are as a club. No, that makes sense. I love it. Tarik, what you got?
Yeah, I think I was gonna say 3-1. I mean, they beat United 3-1, but the week before that they had lost to Fulham 3-1. They seem to have scored, and I haven't gone back in the whole table, but in these last 5 matches they've scored every match. Of course, they only got the one win, 2 losses, 2 draws, and the win over Man U. So I think they'll make it. It won't just be complete and utter annihilation straight from the off the rip, but it's just like the Burnley match. We're gonna have too much. They're gonna do too much running in the beginning, and by the time 90 minutes hits, we will have put up at least 3. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 us.
What I will say about Brentford, they are a well-conditioned bunch. Like, if there's one thing they can do, it's throw a long ball and run around and just exhaust themselves. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm very hopeful, though.
These men got 35-year-old Jordan Henderson in their midfield. We should run circles around these dudes, but no guarantees.
Okay, so
Nothing's
Rodri
going to be easy.
I forgot to talk about this. Rodri is back. He's practicing. I assume he won't be available for Monaco. Is he needed against Brentford? Do you expect to see him against Brentford?
I might actually expect to see him against Monaco.
Oh,
I think we're trying to win all. We don't want to be in the position we were last season,
correct.
where you kind of take some early matches in the Champions League for granted, and then you end up trying to struggle to get your way into the next round. I don't think we do that. I think we try to win every one of these matches. We've seen other teams around us drop points in Champions League today. So yeah, I think Rodri might actually play tomorrow and then rest against in the Brentford match. It's really up to Pep which one he wants to prioritize, but I hope we only see Rodri in one of those 2 matches, at least starting. I think if Nico G can't, I think he should be able to, alongside, not by himself, but him and either Bernardo or him and Reinders or whoever, they should be able to manage that midfield in either of those 2 matches, I would like to think. Or maybe you run Rodri out in the Monaco game. You hope to get up big early, and then you take him out and save him. But I don't know. We'll see what Pep does. But
I would agree that we're going to see him in one of these 2 matches. I don't know. I'm not really sure which one. Monaco would make me raise an eyebrow if he starts, but if he comes in as a sub, that might be a signal to me that he has a chance to start against Brentford. I think it really is going to depend on whether or not Spain is going to call him in over the international break. I hope if they offer him, he says no, thank you. But I don't know if that's going to be the case.
yeah, maybe he shouldn't get healthy until after the international break.
Yeah, I'm here for it. Pep is always talking about how don't get yourself injured as in international football. He doesn't say it, but who pays you, motherfucker? Like, what are we doing? You got called up because of your play here. Do not ruin your play here for that. You guys, because only one of the games, I believe, is a World Cup qualifier. The other one's a friendly, and then another one's a World Cup qualifier. In the World Cup qualifier, they should be able to beat them.
They have, in this international window coming up, Georgia and Bulgaria as World Cup qualifiers. If Spain cannot beat Georgia, not Kirby Smart and them, but Georgia, the country,
not the Bulldogs,
not the Bulldogs, who Kellen DeBoer got that number. And Bulgaria, if they can't beat them without Rodri,
they got bigger problems. Yeah, they got bigger problems. Yeah. I just worry, especially because people ask Pep all the time, "Hey, do you talk to these national team managers?" And he's like, "No, bro." Like when I first started, yeah, I was in close connection with all of the national teams managers of the players that I have. Nowadays, they don't call me for nothing. They don't ask me about nothing. They don't reach out to our physio team and talk to them about anything. It is what it is. So that is why he started putting the onus on the players. It's like, okay, if you're not talking to us, then it's up to the players to be like, hey, I do have an injury. Maybe you could play someone else. I get you want to play every game, but you got to think, bro. You got to think. Baby blue baddies. Okay, we have a win, back-to-back wins. Everton, London City Lionesses, Subway Cup, WSL, and then we have to look forward to a game against Arsenal. Whoa, technically ahead of the table of them, so I'm not too worried about that. But this match against Arsenal means a lot, because just the way that the league works, whoever loses this is almost mathematically out of contention.
Well, yeah,
in the league.
because I think that's why this match is more important for City than it is for Arsenal, because City's already played Chelsea. So because they lost. So because we played Chelsea and Arsenal hasn't yet to do that, we need to make sure that we secure a win. And on top of that, like, Arsenal got a draw against United. So, like, really it's those 4 clubs that are really in the mix for those 3 Champions League spots. So if based off of what the schedule has been already, we need to pull a big result in this upcoming match. But we're in good form based off of our last 4 matches, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So the Everton match, we did play really well. Like, not Seb Hines did a lot of rotation, which I appreciated. Saw Eartha Cummings in goal, which was,
and she did great.
Wild.
She
was great. She had a couple big saves.
Yeah.
You can also tell that she is more of a shot stopper than a distributor, like the other 2 keepers ahead of her are. Like, because that distribution was lacking.
They talked a lot in the match announcers talked about her. She came from, I cannot say the league name very well, but it's the league she came from. The Allen can see. This is what I get for trying to be confident. Anyway, the league she came from.
When she was in Rosengard in Sweden.
Thank you. Appreciate you. She allowed, I think it was like 7-9 goals all season. It was something insane out of all the games. They made it a thing to be like, hey, she's a shot stopper. She's not going to knock the ball around, but she would be very comfortable in goal. And you could definitely tell that whenever the ball came anywhere near her, she was there. But when players went to kind of press her, things did get a little stressful. But I still felt very comfortable with her in goal throughout the match.
Is this just normal rotation?
I think so.
The reason for
this is
seeing
definitely
her? Because would she be considered the 3rd keeper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since we have 4,
yeah, I was saying she's at least the 3rd. She's not 1 or 2. Let's say
Correct.
it that way.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
and I just don't expect those people to get much playing time. So when you see that she got in, obviously she did well. We won the match, but it's just surprising to me, just based on what I know about football in general, not specific to this situation. You just don't ever see third keepers playing. So,
well, he really does
interesting.
seem to be treating Yamashita and Keating as like dual ones because
Yeah,
he's
kind of 1A, 1B.
Yeah, because he's played. They both had 2 games, and it is kind of like the situation where I don't know. I've honestly been more impressed with Keating this season, but Yamashita is also amazing. I think it's just I've seen growth in Keating compared to last season, so that's why I guess I'm more impressed. I now actually feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, give her a chance to be the person.
Yes, she's been markedly less chaotic.
Correct.
And I think that that's the biggest compliment that you can give to her.
Yeah.
Based off of previous performances.
Yes.
In previous seasons.
Yes.
Should we run through this lineup for the Subway Eat Fresh cup with the cookies and the drink?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we had Eartha Cummings in goal. Left to right, Layla Wahhabi, Gracie Pryor, Jade Rose, Naomi Lazelle. I really wish Sharpie was here for this. Just be like, why is she not starting? In the midfield, you had a midfield of Yui, Blinky, Grace Clinton. Although I think Grace Clinton played more on the wing.
Yeah.
Coombs ended up being the captain. Iman Benet and Bunny Shaw. We dominated this match. Like I mean, I get that, and it wasn't like Everton do some rotation, and I give that to them, especially since they thought that they were going to be able to maybe sneak a result against Brighton on the weekend in the league. So they were pretty heavily rotated. But we dominated this match. That first goal from Jade Rose was off of a set piece and just chaos in front of the box. You could see the emotion from her when she scored her first goal in the City kit. It meant a lot. All the players came around her, congratulating her. It looked like Everton locked in a little bit more for the rest of the first half. We didn't have as many chances, but the second half, I felt like we came out guns blazing. Viv got loose in the box, and it was Yui came to help support her. The keeper came out, tried to stop the shot. Square pass to Yui from Miedema. Nothing but net from Yui, of course. And she played it so cool too when she scored the goal. That's what I'm supposed to do. This is just
I'm not
what
celebrating this. They messed up. I took advantage of it. Why would we celebrate?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The Miedema goal was very nice. I will say that. It was good to see her get it on the score sheet. Kind of bummed out that Kitagawa scored. You're hoping that Cummings could keep a clean sheet, but it is what it is. And again, this is part of like the cup tournament, so we're in a group with three other teams. Excuse me. So us, Everton, Newcastle, and Nottingham Forest are. You just really want to get 9 points from the group.
And we should. Like that's a very solid group. I'm pretty sure last year's group was not the most fun.
Here's the thing, because we didn't have to participate in the competition at this stage because we were number 3 in the league. So if you're in the top 3, you don't have to participate until the actual quote unquote knockouts, and then they'll. I think they do a draw with the top 3 teams. So once all of the matches in the group stage have been played, whoever wins the groups, because there's 5 groups, they'll do a draw with the 3 winners and then the 5 group, the 3 top 3 from last season, and then the 5 group winners, and then they'll pair those together. So there is a possibility, because there's a 5-team group with, let's see, West Ham, Brighton, Southampton, Portsmouth, and Charleston. So there is a possibility that City could be paired with the winner of that group.
That's still not too.
I would say based off of form, it's probably going to be Brighton, which.
Okay. I don't want to say not worried anymore if we end up having to face Brighton again. Like that would be tough.
We're gonna have to face them again anyway.
Yes.
So I'll put it this way. I would feel more comfortable with City's chances against Brighton versus, say, Chelsea.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's fair. That's fair. That's very fair.
Just gonna throw that out there.
I hope we can avoid Chelsea as much as possible. You know,
as much as possible. As much as possible. Like I don't want to see them 4 matches in a row like we did last season.
I'm over it. Like I'm so done with it. I'm so done with it. Yeah, facts. I wanted to give a shout in this before we move over to the London City Lioness match. Benet, there was in the first half, there was a moment where the ball was kicked long from the keeper, something like that, and Benet went to head it forward back, and it was from a set piece. And Benet went to head the ball back forward, but it went backwards. And I think it was Vignola got the pounce on it, and she had a nice, good run where it was her and Cummings. Benet sprinted the entire time and caught up with her, was able to get the ball out for a corner. Nothing came from the corner. Like the hustle, the intensity, what she's able to do. Even when like Viv came back on or came on for the half for Bunny. Naturally, she's a striker, so she doesn't have to run back so far, which that is perfect for Miedema. But having Benet, having even Coombs, like she's box to box. She's to have all these players who could do all of the kind of like running and moving the ball, distributing the ball for Miedema, so she can kind of just focus on being effective in the top third part of the pitch was really nice to see. Like we were able to see the best of Benet. And when we move over to London City Lioness, I'm preemptively saying I'm sorry. This isn't like anything negative towards Gracie Pryor, because I'll leave my show bros for that. But I did a lot of protecting over her. I gave her a lot of credence, and she has grown a lot.
And what happened?
And again, I want to establish she has grown as a player, but I do believe I am finished caping for her, because we cannot have her on this pitch consistently and expect to lift any major trophies. Any trophies. Actually, I don't even want to say major, because I don't know how people feel lost up with them. Just lifting any trophies at all. It's scary, especially seeing Jade Rose doing her thing. I know she needs to learn the game a little bit more.
Knowing that Rebecca Canuck was on the bench for London.
She just came back from a long-term injury. I get it.
But she was on the 18, was she not? She was on the team sheet?
She was.
Okay. Based off of the way that Rebecca Canuck played in the Euros, do you believe that she would have given the ball away to Nikita Paris so that Nikita Paris could pass to Goodwin, so then Goodwin could give it back to her and then score?
I mean,
that's not the
no one could technically know that answer, but I will say I would think she would much rather just kick the ball away than try to make something of that situation.
She Gracie Pryor got on the Nikita Paris goal, and there's nothing else that you can say about that. And that, ooh.
And that was a great goal from Nikita Paris. But also, I want to say Nikita Paris.
All she does is score goals. She's trying to go for the record. She's trying to go for most goals scored by a player for the most different teams, different clubs in the WSL.
She's getting there.
I mean, she's got to have the record already. Like, I don't know. Like,
I know it's 6 teams at the moment. I feel like someone said that there's one more player. There's one more player above her, but also I could just be full of it. But yeah, no, 6 different clubs she's scored for. And yeah, she's the Carlos Tevez of women's football.
Bruh. Bruh, she done play for everybody.
And post-match, she complained about the handball that was given. This
where Kuma guy did this, and the ball hit her like this when it was. I'm sorry, is that not an unnatural position?
And her excuse wasn't that that her player stuck her arm out and the ball hit her hand. It was, if the ref didn't see it with her own eyes, you cannot just blindly give that call. That was what she said. So, like, don't trust your sideline referees. They're 20 yards away. Like, they can't see a handball like that. And you don't have VAR. And you weren't close enough to see it. So how dare you? We were already down by 1. We were already losing. But that second goal, or that third goal, really made things difficult for us. Which, I mean, it did.
Okay. So, first of all, WPLL, you all need to invest in VAR immediately, if not before. There is too much.
Our goal line technology, at least, like, that's cheaper out here, they say. I don't know how cheap that is.
Okay. I was going to save this for the 12. The 12 is a WSL podcast that you all should definitely be listening to. If you all are going to posture yourself as the premier women's football league in the world, which is, I know what you want to say and do, you need to have VAR. All of the top North American leagues have VAR. I will just leave that at that. I will say, as far as the goals in this match go, they were pretty solid. The first goal from Miedema. First of all, I was upset at not Sepp Hines because he started Grace Clinton out on the wing. But the more and more that the match went on, it didn't really look like we were playing a 4-3-3. It really more looked like a 4-4-2.
And does it, the fact that we just, Benang wasn't there, Carolyn wasn't there,
and I got that, like,
okay,
even like that's probably why he had to do that. And he has talked a lot about making like all of the different players within the squad have a lot of different versatility to play different positions. And I think that's why he likes them. Bruh, that run from Grace Clinton on the meetup goal, the way that she, like, Kosovo Asllani was trying to do her damnedest to make a professional. She hit her with that Marshawn Lynch off me like a couple of times. Off me, get off me. And then just the passage of play from that run from her own defensive half into Bunny. Bunny, I think was trying to get it to Kasparai right away. Fujino was just in the way, but she was like, oh, the Kasparai's open. And then that cross, that Dutch woman cross. Like, I'm really not sure what Kumagai and Sangare were doing. Like, it was like after Viv touched the ball, they lost her. completely. Like, it was like, oh, well, she doesn't have the ball anymore, so we don't have to mark her, even though she's in the box and she's real tall. So we don't have to mark her at all. Like, she was standing alone. Like, it's like, how that should not happen ever.
Oh, it's literally the most prolific goal scorer in WSL history. Like, what are you doing?
You might want to have somebody on her.
Just an idea.
Maybe mark her in the box. The Blinkilde Brown goal was excellent. It was like off of a set piece. Alex Greenwood took the shot. It got deflected outside of the box, and based off of how Blinkilde shot the shot, you would have thought that it would have been deflected at some point. And I think that that's what Letty was thinking as well, that it was at some point going to get deflected, but it just kind of like smoothly, like it was like you remember playing kickball as a kid? Like it looked like a kickball pitch, like when you pitched to the kicker, like that's what the ball looked like.
It just it just neatly went past both of the players. I think the defender might have got like the slightest foot on it, but it's still just it
never impacted his trajectory though.
Yeah, like, exactly. It was already in the goal.
Yeah.
I love when they do this with players. They make the players watch the goal and then describe it. And they had it with Blinky, and she's like 20. She's just like, I saw the space, so I took a shot, and that was it. It was like a 12-second video. It's like,
I mean, that's really all that there is to explain about it. She saw the space, she took the shot. Like, no one closed out on her at all. Like, not that they had a whole lot of time based off of the deflected shot, but no one closed out on her at all, and like she was open. We already talked about Nikita Paris's goal. It was a very good product. Like she definitely caught Yamishita going the wrong way. Again, Gracie Pryor got caught on the ball. Really embarrassing. How are you a center back for City getting caught on the ball? Can't do that. So last week, Bunny stepped up to take a penalty, and I think we all saw that she was not confident stepping up for that penalty. And she missed, of course. Or excuse me, it was saved. This time, the first penalty, also, all of London City's matches this season, there has been a penalty awarded.
Yeah.
Like once for them, 3 times for the other team. So,
and that's what annoyed me the most about Nikita Paris calling out the ref, because it's like, bro, you've literally had a handball or a penalty every game this season. So why are you trying to blame it's your teammates? You need to say we need to be better. But I just don't think that her as an ego can be like, us as a team needs to do better, because she's like, I'm on this team. I don't need to do any better. I'm doing great.
She's a mercenary. She ain't got no team. She's on team Nikita Paris. That's what team she on. So after Kumagai's blatant handball that was called for a penalty in the box, Bunny seemed to exude more confidence when she stepped up for that. And when she stepped up for the kick, went to the keeper's right, Letty went left. That one was more towards the back of the net, and she had that luxury because Letty guessed the wrong way, right? Mm-hmm. So it's 3-1. Now I will say, Wisa Sangare got a baptism in this match, because she was the one that was really tasked on London City with marking Bunny Shaw.
Yeah,
and when you get to the 87th minute and that Jamaican woman is just running circles around you and doing everything that she do, sometimes you just get tired, sometimes you just get frustrated, and sometimes all you can do is grab her shirt as she dribbles into the box. Like, that was just such a blatant foul.
It was so blatant. It was like, what are you doing?
It was like, oh, I can tell you are 20 years old. Like, you just I am through.
What was the thought process? Yeah.
Just What thought process? There was no
Just
thought process.
gently grab her kid.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. So, and the announcers even kind of talked about it. They're like, okay, when you have a second penalty, like, do you go the same way? Do you change up what you do? And no, but it did not change up what she did. She went exactly right back to Letty's right. This time Letty did guess correctly. However, based off of the power on the shot and the placement on the shot, because this shot went more into the side netting than it did into the back of the net. But she was able to convert the penalty, which I think that was probably a big sigh of relief. And like your striker needs to see the ball go in the back of the net. And the other thing is, this is going to sound crazy, but Bunny has only scored 3 goals all season. Like that was just her 3rd goal this season. Yeah. So we're used to Bunny, scoring at a much higher.
She's had a lot of misses. She's had a lot of near misses.
Even in this match in the first half, like there was a clear breakaway that she had that I swore that she's in on goal. She's going to convert this, and like the ad board, she just left it didn't. It's just was like, oh
yeah, like cut, and all she had to do was just hit it in the goal, and it went wide. Yeah,
correct. So, I mean, all in all, it's like a big 4-1 win for City. You boost your goal difference, which is important, obviously, as we know. And again, like I think I said in the last episode, like they played United, they played Arsenal. Arsenal put 4 on them. United put 5 on them. Or maybe I have that reversed. But still, you want to put up a big number, like because the other clubs that you're in contention with also put a big number up against this club.
Yes.
So this leads to a big showdown at the Joy Saturday morning. I guess it'll be Saturday afternoon in Manchester against Arsenal. Arsenal, who had I laughed so hard when Aston Villa scored. Like, Arsenal drew at home to Aston Villa.
Shout out Nketiah. Let's go.
Yes. And it was the fact, I think it was the fact that it was like in the 90 plus 6 minutes or something ridiculous that they equalized. Aston Villa had played a very good defensive match against Arsenal. Arsenal was pretty wasteful with some chances.
Yeah.
Also, seeing a team score a set piece against Set Piece FC, that really
you love to see.
It hit me right in the feels. It was great. So at this point, Arsenal's not really like. If you want to make an Arsenal women's fan mad, tell them to look at the table and ask them to see who's in 4th versus
who's above them.
What? No. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who is above them? Directly above them. That would be one Tottenham Hotspur. Although they're sitting in 4th with 3 wins and a loss, that loss coming to us. Their goal differential is 0. That's how bad we spanked.
Wow.
Right.
Love it. This game against Arsenal, they don't seem to be at the heights that they were last season, even with adding on Olivia Smith, Taylor Hines, making the Chloe Kelly thing serious. Shout out to Tiwa. She was talking about how specifically Caldente is having to play a more like further back. And a lot of the games last season with Arsenal, she would score a wonderful goal, like just like from right outside the box, just a rocket. You can't do that if you're having to play back, start the counters. It's almost very much like Miedema where she kind of struggles to put herself in the match because if she receives the ball super far back, it takes her forever to get all the way up the pitch before we either lose the ball or something like that. Like, how can Caldente insert herself? And also, I guess there have been a lot of like changes. Slager is trying some things out with the lineup.
Well, I mean, them not having Leah Williamson is hurting. Like, Katie Reed is a unit as a defender, yes, but she's also 19, so she's going to make a 19-year-old defender mistakes. Yes. And we have seen her make those mistakes, right? Also, one of the things that would allow Mariana Caldente to push up higher on the pitch would be if Kyra Cooney-Cross was actually able to take that second midfield spot, sitting alongside Kim Little, or like replacing Freedom Monum, and that does not seem to have happened as of yet. And I don't know, like, she has 0 minutes in the WSL, and Renee Slagers came into the season and said that Kyra Cooney-Cross was going to be the starter in that position. So, and I know that the Matildas desperately want Kyra Cooney-Cross to be playing minutes because they have a continental tournament coming up in March. So they would like one of their best midfielders to be playing. I mean, if they're going to, it looks like they might have to like play Emily Von Egmond based off of form because she's actually playing versus Kyra Cooney-Cross is not. This match will be interesting. I'm gonna again channel my inner Charlie. Like, we really need these injury reports. Not Seb Hines is not giving us anything. Like, we know that he said that Lauren Hemp is going to be out for a couple of weeks. So
he specifically said she has an ankle injury. She'll be out for a few weeks, and that was it. And then even so, I had the clip, but there were so many games I was like, I don't want to have clips for like one game and not all the games, so I just didn't have it. But right after asking about the health of Lauren Hemp, the same person went, okay, what is the shape of the rest of the players? How is the fitness looking for them? And then he went on to rant about mentality, confidence. Like, that was like his direct answer, was talking about confidence. And again, it's like, I don't know.
Just say they hurt. Just say they hurt, dog.
I don't know if he's doing it on purpose. Is it like a Danish thing where he's like just
all you gotta say is that they hurt.
But also, Spin the Block dude did the same thing where he would be like, you'll know who's available through our social media videos. And it's like, bro, just fucking say who's available or not. Like, what is your problem?
This is why another thing that the WPLL can invest in is like making an injury report available for every match. Like, every league match, you should know by Thursday who is available for selection.
It's so simple. It could be all so simple. Like, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like, yeah, sure, we're going to have a few people missing out. That's not going to like change the training from the other team. Like, they're not going to be like, okay, we're going to win now because this one player's out. And if they are, that's not up to the players. That's you as a manager. Like, it's very frustrating.
Question. Oh, sorry.
No, go for it.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Because
I was going to change topic a little bit.
Please go for it.
So we talked about the previous match against London City, and obviously this is the first year that they've been in the WSL, so I wasn't familiar with them. I was kind of doing some research and looking them up while you guys were talking, and they were previously associated with Millwall. Mm-hmm. And basically divested themselves from Millwall. With what we're seeing on the men's side, where in order to meet PSR rules and regulations and responsibilities, teams are effectively selling their women's team. Now, to this point, they've been selling it to themselves. Do we do we anticipate there being more unaffiliated teams or teams not affiliated with men's sides?
If people
Is
were
that
smart,
something that's
if they were
coming?
smart, yes.
I think that, well, here's the thing. I think that Michelle Kang is such a maverick, in that, like, she wants to be CFG, but specific for women's football.
Right,
I think that
'cause
that's
now
why
it's
that's why
them.
she brought out OL Lionesses from Texter. That's why she bought out London City. She has Washington Spirit. I'm missing another team that she owns.
Oh,
Those are the only three that I was aware of.
There's another one too. There's a fourth one out there somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is. Or at least I think she's trying to. I think it's in Spain.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just seeing this, so maybe there's one that she's trying to get from here.
Yeah. Okay. So I think she's like, she wants to be that, but specific for women's football. And I think that she has talked a lot about trying to make an environment in women's football, specifically around like around medical training, like as far as, you know, investigating why we've seen so many ACL injuries, what could be the cause of it, what could be some preventative measures that we and then like kind of doing all kinds of tests with players. So like there's a lot, like obviously every worthwhile team in the world is trying to track as much data on their players as possible in the match. And I think that she's all like trying to take it to another level based off of like what the players do outside of training and match days. So I think that I'm not sure if we will necessarily see because she is a multi-billionaire that is like going to have like a cadre of clubs, basically. I'm not sure if we're going to see that type of divestment like from like London City did from Millwall. Now that stated, you are seeing a lot of different teams in especially in the WSL that have divested to get under the PSR. To your point, like Chelsea with the Blue Co. I believe that West Ham sold like a 49% stake to a venture capital firm here in the United States.
Might have.
Everton
there's a
well.
couple of them. Obviously Chelsea was the big one, but I think Chelsea might have been first. And I asked the question because again, London City was not a name that I recognized, and I always in England I've always associated the women's club with the men. Obviously, here in the States, in WSL, that's not the point.
Right.
You have many more. I mean, I guess they're not all independent, but probably half of them. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, you know, Chicago Red Stars, they will always be the Red Stars, are not associated with the Chicago Fire, to my knowledge. Orlando City, are they really associated with, I don't know. So
it's the
same ownership.
It's the ownership group.
Okay. But they just have a completely different name. So I'm just wondering if that's a trend that we will see more of, or if it's just an anomaly. Just the question, because again, I wasn't familiar with their.
I think part of it is that, like, in England, because the men's teams are making so much money with the television deal, like especially international television deals, they're fighting hard to get under that PSR. So we're seeing it more in the UK versus like we're probably like. OL Lionesses will probably be the only team that is divested from their male counterparts because they're just not like the Ligue 1 is not making that type of money. Like I truly doubt we'll see that in Spain, although it appears that Michelle Kang is going to try.
Right.
But yeah, I think a lot of it just kind of depends on the television money that their male counterparts are getting, and that I think that because it's so much money in the UK in the Premier League versus the other leagues in Europe, that's why you're seeing more of this in the UK.
Gotcha. All right. Like I said, I just was wondering.
No, very solid question, honestly. And shout out to Nessie for joining me for our match preview about London City Lioness. It was a great conversation. There's some drama there. There is a lot of drama at London City Lioness that because like Tarik said, they're new, so not too tapped in with them. They got rid of some players that people thought they were going to do, and then they brought in all these other players where you're just
brought
like,
in
where
some
do
names.
I
mean,
yes, they
you
did.
look at Aslani, you look at Nikita Parrish, you look at I mean, even for me, Alana Kennedy. Yeah, so there's people on here that I recognize, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they were on that team.
But their roster construction is so odd. Like, I know I said it in the last episode, like they have a bunch of U23s and a bunch of players over 30, and then Grace Gaora and Katie Zellum. Like, they don't really have a whole lot of players that are quote unquote in their prime. So it just I could see why that could possibly lead to some tension. And I don't like, based off of her actions with her other clubs, I'm not sure that Jocelyn Prochure is going to be the type of manager that's going to be able to check the egos that are that could possibly come into that locker room, and get them to kind of all pull in one direction. And we saw that, after Lyon, before they renamed themselves Lionesses, got bounced in the Champions League, she immediately said, okay, well, Joe Montemurro, thank you for your services. You can go, and I'm going to poach this coach from my NWSL squad and have him go coach in France.
Interesting.
Okay, you're going to ask me for a score prediction, and I don't know, because I don't know who's available. I don't know, Crunk. For all I know, this could be a 0-0 draw.
So dramatic.
I don't know. I have no clue. I just know that I'm going to be up. I'm going to have some coffee, and I'm going to just. The match is on Saturday. It is at
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Yes.
I'm tired of these games.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal, though. Because originally it was scheduled for Friday, and I am so sick of those Friday matches.
Those are worse.
Like those, I hate them so much.
Yeah, that's fair.
So at least it's a Saturday match. I can get down with that. So
yes, I'll be up. I'll be there. I'll be there. I have a concert that I'm going to Friday, so I'll be there. I'll be awake, I think.
This is my one prediction of this match. This is my prediction. Somebody's getting a red card.
Oh my God.
I don't know who. I don't know where. I don't know where. Somebody's getting a red card.
That much animosity, huh?
I don't think it's necessarily going to be animosity. I just think
they're always such a chaotic game. Like Blackstenius always comes in the second half and usually scores a goal, even when City are doing well and leading the game. We got Chloe Kelly. Like, will she start? I feel like Slagers is going to start her because they're going to think that that's going to mean a lot to Chloe Kelly, but she's going to shit the bed. And then they're going to make the subs, and the subs are going to be the ones who make a big difference. This is when I worry about two players. Bib, as what I'm learning the players call her, Bib. Like, I love it. In the comments, they were all just calling Bib, in all the one of her latest posts. And Gracie Pryor. Those are, especially with the pace on the wings, that Arsenal has. As forward as they can get. They're going to press. They're going to want to create something. So that's where like Yamashita in goal kind of worries me. That's where Gracie Pryor on the ball kind of terrifies me. That's where Viv Miedema as our 10, who's not a 10, being on the pitch worries me. Jeggy played Greenwood at left back against Chelsea. That went not great. So I think he did learn from that. But part of me also is terrified at what could happen. We'll see.
If
I'm hopeful. I'm going to pick a 1-goal win. One goal win. 1 goal.
I'll put it this way. If Rebecca Canuck is available for selection and Gracie Pryor starts, rending of garments, gnashing of teeth, all of that. Just,
I get you. I'll be with you. I've been very supportive of Andre. I've learned that the media are purposely calling him Andre because they too don't know exactly how to say his last name. That is why I call him Jeggy. Is it Yeglerts? Is it Jeglerts? Is it Heglerts? It's like there's so many other ways that we can go with his last name. Don't know. We'll find out. One day, maybe eventually someone will ask, or maybe it'll be one of those like last name videos that they play a lot during halftime and stuff like that. We'll see. But until then, he's Andre, our Jeggy to me. All right. Anything else? That's everything. I think you did a great job.
One more question.
Oh, please go for it.
Tom, when the WSL expands to 14 teams, what are you guys going to name the podcast? Is it going to be the 14?
Listen,
or is it
we're
gonna
like
stay
I asked them that already.
because
We're
the
like
Big Ten has got like 85 teams in it.
We're like the Big 12.
Okay.
12. The 12th.
Okay. All right.
I asked them that last season. Like the second that was announced, I was like, so I can just like mentally prepare as to like how to like phrase and things like that. Like, what do you guys want to be called? And they were like, hey, we're sticking with the 12. And it's like, cool. I'm all right with it. We're good. So yeah, no, it's perfect. Oh. I got something to talk about.
Okay. I got to get this off my chest right now. PSG, have some fucking shame. Have some fucking shame. You let the transphobe score a hat trick against you in the second half of a match, a rivalry match against OL Lionesses, and if that short bastard Jonathan Heraldez is the reason why that transphobe is on the plane to Brazil in 2027 and not Lily Johannes, I will fight that man. I will fight that short man and I will kick his ass because that's bullshit. I think anyone who has ever watched Lily Johannes and Corbin Schrader play would be able to tell you that Lily Johannes is a better player. And yet, here we are with, and I get that Lionesses, whatever, Michelle Kang's French team has all of the talent in the world. I get that. I understand that. We know that. Why are you not playing the most talented player? I don't understand. And like, then we had to have, one of her goals was assisted by the potato. That was like Pam Bondi passing the ball to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. What the fuck are we doing over here? Oh my God. Jonathan Heraldez, no. And PSG, have some fucking shame. Like, stand up. Shit. Sick of this shit. That's all I had to say.
That was great.
It's really like a walk off. We just gotta just drop the mic
I know.
in the episode.
My show pros. Thom Bomb, will start with you naturally. Let people
And
know
if that
where they can
motherfucker
find
ain't
you.
got my motherfucking money, I'm gonna bust his motherfucking head. And I'm out this motherfucker.
No, don't leave. Let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
If there's a social media app and I use it, you can find me at Thom Bomb 816. You can also probably find me at CPKC Stadium.
You can find me at Tarik Peterson on most of the social media stuff. You really don't have to follow me on Instagram though. That's just
You
like family stuff.
Third, baby. They're third. Run
Yeah,
it
did
up.
Florida State mess it up for you? Did they mess it up for
Yeah,
you?
well, they lost, so I mean, it's okay. We're still gonna beat them. I mean, it doesn't matter. I take pride in whooping their behind, regardless of what they might be rated or what they're not ranked. It doesn't matter. It's like a derby match for our English fans. We have
Equal
to go and bust their behinds.
opportunity ass whooping.
So we already beat Florida. We already beat USF, which is not really located in South Florida, but whatever, we'll allow it. And now we're going to go beat Florida State to again prove that the entire state of Florida, for whatever that's worth, belongs to Miami. So
State champs, baby, state champs.
yes, sir. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Love it. Anything for the pod at Shades of Blue and W, at Shades of Blue and W. Check out our Patreon, $6 a month. You really do get tons of amazing content. You can learn about opponents, 50 plus donor, that's German football. We have the homie Santi Buaza coming on to talk some Argentinian football. Eric Wall, like I said earlier, talking a little NWSL. It is not just for City supporters. We really try to bring just amazing football conversations, information, entertainment for you. Just $6 a month, check that out. Until next time, you know the vibes. Shady gang, shady gang, shady gang.